Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām joṣayet sarva-karmāṇi vidvān yuktaḥ samācaran. Na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām joṣayet sarva-karmāṇi vidvān yuktaḥ samācaran. 3.26. Na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām joṣayet sarva-karmāṇi vidvān yuktaḥ samācaran. Bhagavan, after he's saying that one has to perform the action, one is forced to perform an action because of the modes, so one has to perform the action as an offering to Vishnu. And even when one is not under the influence of modes, still he should perform an action. He should do his duty. This is to set an example, like that. So now that Bhagavan has said, okay, one has to perform his duty, even if one is a liberated soul. This is to set an example. After that, Bhagavan is saying, when na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām. Passion, under the influence of passion, na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām. So, joṣayet sarva-karmāṇi vidvān yuktaḥ samācaran. Vidvān, a learned person, na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām. A learned person should not disrupt buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām. Learned person should not disrupt the doing tendency of foolish people. Ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām. Doing tendency of foolish people. What is this doing tendency? I will do this so I can get something out of it. Fruitive activity. Whether in bhakti or outside bhakti. Yeah. I will get this so I can get something out of it. Is doing tendency, fruitive activity. Looking for something while doing. Yeah. expecting a result, a fruit, while performing their responsibility or their service. That is doing tendency to get a fruit, to get the result, looking for a result. So this doing tendency for doing tendency with an expectation, that's karma-saṅginām, ajñānāṁ karma-saṅginām. Na buddhi-bhedaṁ janayed. Don't disturb their intelligence, though they are in this doing tendency for it, with an expectation. Instead, joṣayet sarva-karmāṇi, the vidvān does yuktaḥ samācaran. So a learned person instead uses this doing tendency of this conditioned souls, directs that doing tendency towards Kṛṣṇa, towards Kṛṣṇa. You have this, you want to do this to get some money, to get some fame, to get something out of it, and you like doing this. You can't stop yourself from doing this. Okay, everything is fine, just do it for Kṛṣṇa. Yeah, do it for Kṛṣṇa. You want to do this anyway, so do it for Kṛṣṇa. That is dovetailing to Kṛṣṇa. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. This is the principle of Srila Prabhupada as he was spreading, giving Kṛṣṇa everywhere. The whole world is what? Has fully under the influence of more's great passion. So all of a sudden, if they said, no, passion is not good, you just sit in the corner of the room and then chant Hare Krishna, they will not be able to do it. They cannot sit in the corner of the room, they cannot sit and they cannot chant 64 rounds a day, because there's so much of passion inside. So all that passion needs to be purified. When there is a tendency that comes from within, like passion, for purification, it has to go towards Kṛṣṇa. There is no other way of purifying anything that comes from a Baddha Jīva, conditioned soul. So, this doing tendency, the urges that one gets, the emotions that one gets, the thoughts that one gets, everything has to go towards Kṛṣṇa, otherwise it will not be purified. One will not be purified. One cannot be purified by one's own techniques, by one's own formulas that come up from these fertile brains of the human beings. Purification will not happen. Only band-aid things. You only put the band-aid. Band-aid on the miseries of the human life. Those are only band-aids. Anything done without Kṛṣṇa to decrease the misery is only a band-aid solution for human problems. Why time waste on that? Waste your time, effort, put false hopes, and then get disappointed. Why? Instead, let everything go towards Kṛṣṇa. And every part of that effort is rewarding, because he is pavanam pavanebhyopi Bhagavan. From the beginning, from the day one of doing, understanding bhakti, getting to know bhakti, the principle is the same. Go towards Kṛṣṇa. Put your mind, intelligence, everything under the direction of Shastra and Sadhu, which will help you to go towards Krishna. Don't have to come up with the techniques and the speculations of different ways of doing. So like that, dovetail every tendency that comes from within you for Krishna. Let it go towards Krishna. This is the beginning stages of bhakti. And then one gets purified from simply dovetailing tendencies to one gets so purified that they simply exist for Krishna. There is no more gush that is coming out. There is no more desire of wanting anything from outside. When the purification happens to that extent, then one would naturally just exist for the pleasure of Krishna and the guidance and shelter of Sri Guru. So we are in the process. All the sadhana bhakti is dovetailing tendencies, but we have to understand. We have to come from this dovetailing tendency to depending tendency, depend on Guru and Krishna. As the archers gushes from within, they slow down, and they get exhausted. Then we will only depend on Krishna. We only want to depend on Krishna and do as per Guru and Krishna's instructions for their pleasure. Then we will start to get a taste of what is depending on Guru and Krishna. And that's when the Shuddha Bhakti begins. Up until then, it's mixed Bhakti, dovetailing Bhakti. And when that mixed dovetailing Bhakti is done under the guidance, slowly it will take us to dependence on Guru and Krishna.